The first few steps of freedom, ones Bobby Hines could hardly believe he was taking.
I thought I was finished. Got a new start.
Hines' release follows a 2016 Supreme Court ruling that extended a ban on mandatory life without parole for juvenile offenders to those already in prison.
Do we just cage people after they are involved in something hideous?
Ushering in a wave of new sentencing hearings around the country.
I made a bad choice.
Hines' took place in the same Detroit courthouse where a jury found a 15-year-old Hines guilty of murder nearly 3 decades ago.
Don't you feel like we on the runaway?
6 months later, with his sister Myra Jessie at his side, Hines heads home.
I would always tell them guys in there, every day, I'm going home. I'm going home. I said, I don't know what y'all doing, I'm going home.
As excited as he is to be out.
Can you take pictures on that, Myra? Take some. Take some of me right now.
Hines knows he's starting over with no money, no job history, and no experience living as an adult in society.
But everything is all good, though. It's all about living now.
It's a transition hundreds of juvenile lifers will be making in the coming years.
They did provide you with a resume?
As corrections officials and others help inmates who grew up in prison find their footing on the outside.
Keep pushing at different things.
A world they were told they would never see again.
This person thought they were going to die in prison. Now here they are dressed, you know, like any of us are dressed and coming out into the society, and we're talking about where we want to go for lunch.
Following a hearty first post-prison meal, Hines heads to his sister's house and a picnic table in the backyard, where he breaks out a collection of his poems and writings that Hines says kept him sane while locked up.
Time is fire and wrath. Time is Mr. James Warren that I killed on the block.
Hines still struggles to come to grips with his role in the 1989 fatal shooting of 21-year-old James Warren. He wasn't the gunman, but prosecutors branded him the ringleader, arguing he'd provoked 2 other teens when the trio confronted the victim.
I'm angry at myself for allowing my ignorance to lead me down that road.
We forgive them.
It also continues to weigh heavily on Warren's sister, who urged the judge to release Hines at the resentencing hearing in March.
I wish he could take it back. I wish that for him. I can't say that it would bring my brother back.
But a meeting could offer some closure.
I'm hoping to get an opportunity to see him.
I would like to, apologize to him and thank them for giving me a second chance.
After a few weeks of freedom, Hines gets the chance to deliver his message in person.
I don't never want to forget what I was a part of, so I always say that I did it because I know deep in my heart I could have stopped it.
For nearly 3 hours, Hines and Valencia Warren Gibbs talk about everything from technology.
I didn't have not one day with a problem adjusting. Now I have problems learning the phone and working the credit cards and stuff.
To romance.
So are you gonna date?
Oh yeah, I'm dating right now.
Well, darn, for real?
But they mainly stick to the 28-year-old event that altered the course of their lives and brought them together.
I just wanted you out.
Right.
I wanted this over.
Right.
I wanted you to get beyond that.
Their long-awaited meeting nearly complete. All that's left is to pose for pictures and say their goodbyes.
Give me my hug, because we...
All right.
Oh, come on.
At least for now.
I got you, though.
Mike Householder, Associated Press, Detroit.